2020. Now that we're in 2021, I'm going to be going over all the new sorts of tech that I'm excited for. Alright, so the first thing I'm excited for are more silicon Macs. The one right behind me is the MacBook Pro 13-inch, and that thing has been working really well for my needs. And it's only using integrated graphics and Apple's new CPU on it. Apple is going to be adding Apple Silicon into their MacBook Pro 16-inch line, and they're also going to be adding it to iMacs and later on, Mac Pros. And all of those usually use higher end CPUs from Intel, and so it'll be interesting to see what kind of progress they can go and make using higher end CPUs and also not having as much of a thermal limit with the bigger design. I'm also interested to see what PCs are going to be like when they start using ARM processors, and if those are going to start popping up more nowadays. There have been a few attempts from Microsoft using ARM processors from Qualcomm, and so I'm hoping that they're going to continue and stick along with it, and hopefully make more and more of those laptops, as they have really good battery life and are also much thinner and also quieter. I'm hoping we'll see the Apple effect with this, as when Apple does something, other manufacturers will start to follow. We've been seeing a lot of foldable phones coming out in 2020, and so I'm hoping that in 2021, we start to see a lot more that are more affordable for people. And by affordable, I mean around the $1,000 range instead of $2,000. Usually it takes around 3 to 5 years before the prices start to go down on these brand new products, and so I'm hoping that with foldables, I would love to go and see a lot more of them around town. Except that's only going to happen if they start to bring down their prices on them. I'm also hoping to see more rollable phones, as there was really only one concept a few years ago that came out. Alright, next up on the list will be the Tesla Cybertruck and also any other electric vehicles. So this year we've seen tons of Model Ys coming out from Tesla, and so their Cybertruck is going to be the next thing that they're going to be focusing on. Other automakers have also started to go and release their more affordable EVs, or have announced plans for them, so I'm hoping that in 2021 we're going to at least see more details about those, and also hopefully they'll start to appear on the road. Other than just EVs though, I'm also hoping to see things like EV charger improvements, and I want to see that whole infrastructure start to get a little bit better and more reliable as time goes on. Within the next few years, Tesla won't just be the only player in this, and so there'll have to be an EV infrastructure for all other EVs, like the Porsche Taycan and all the Volkswagen EVs, and really anything else. I'm also excited to see what's going to happen with the Boring Company tunnels and how much further they can go and improve those, because in 2022 they should have a working model for CES 2022. Last but not least, in 2021 I'm looking forward to seeing Nvidia's RTX 30 series graphics cards being more widely available to the public. There's a supply chain issue with all of these cards, and so it's been really hard to get your hands on one if you wanted to just buy one for retail price. Resellers on eBay also aren't exactly making this any easier. So I'm hoping that by around spring to summer of 2021, we should start to see these cards go back on sale at their normal price. The cards that were released this year have a ton of new improvements on them, and they're much more powerful and also less expensive, provided you can get it at MSRP, compared to the last year's models. It'll also be interesting to see what's going to happen with previous gen consoles like the Xbox One S and X, and also the PS4, as some of the games running on them, like Cyberpunk 77, are not doing well at all. Sony also recently took it off of the PS4's App Store because it was running so poorly on the consoles. I'm hoping that there's some sort of a software fix for these consoles, as a lot of people that just bought them a year or two ago aren't going to like the idea of having them run poorly on games just made now. Well, if you're lucky enough to be watching this video, it means that you've made it through 2020, and now we just have another year to get through. Hopefully you found something in this video that you can look forward to going into 2021. And I want to just say a big thank you to all of my new subscribers that have been joining this channel in the past month. And to all of my previous subscribers and people that are subscribed right now, then I want to give a big thank you to all of you guys. As we go into 2021, let's try to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to more tech content every week. Welcome to the new year, everyone, and I'll see you next time on Tech Device News.